Hello everyone, my name is Alex. Welcome back to Alcem. Welcome to the first showcase video on the channel and the first proper video on the channel. So, as well as being a maker, I love going to conventions and I love video games. So, I go to Oz Comic Con and I go to Supernova every year. Been considering going to PAX, but haven't yet. And going to each of those, I love dressing up with people and I love talking to people and I love having a great time with everyone around. It's just a lot of fun. Like seeing all the smiles on people's faces when you get dressed up, it's just great. I love it. And this is one of my, if not my favorite thing to dress up as when going to these cons because of how many smiles it gets. It's great. I love it. But like I said, I love video games, and one of the games I grew up playing as a kid was Team Fortress 2. And if anybody knows, this is the soldier from Team Fortress 2. So I've done this costume twice. This is my second go over. The first attempt, all of the props that I built for this were done out of cardboard, and I don't currently have any of it anymore. One second, actually I might, hang on. I do! Oh my god. I've still got it. My old cardboard rocket launcher. So, I made, the first time, I made a primary weapon, so my rocket launcher. I made a secondary, which was a shotgun. And I also made a shovel. It seems the shotgun is somewhere. I think I know where it is, but I don't have it with me. And the shovel, I think, is gone. I think that didn't last. This cardboard. But this is pretty well done for cardboard. It looked the part for the time. This is Soldier's like iconic weapon. It had to look right. So I used this for, I think it was 2 cons. I think I had this at 2 cons, this one. And then, I decided it was time for an upgrade. Maybe I only had it for one. Maybe I only had it for one. It was one or two. But I decided I wanted to have an upgrade, and I started making things out of PVC. So we go from a rocket launcher out of cardboard to a heavy wood and PVC rocket launcher. Now this thing is quite full on. This thing is, it's a beast. It's quite like heavy. It's fantastic though. The detail is quite perfect. Compared to the in-game kind of model. I've tried to use like as many kind of realistic components as I could, and what was great with making the cardboard one, it gave me a scale reference. This thing is slightly too long and slightly too skinny. This thing is just right. It was the perfect thing. Whenever you're trying to make something, it's always a really good idea to have a really good reference. So, if you're making something, you don't have many photos or anything, get whatever you can, and if you can, print it out and have it printed out in full size. Because if you're trying to recreate something, it's good to have a full scale kind of representation of what that is, and then you can, take that and make something that's close. So that's what this is. This thing is awesome. I love this thing so much. This is my second favorite thing I own. Yeah, I know that's very materialistic, but because I make things, I have attachments, but this thing, it's good. And it's solid, like you're not gonna break this. This thing's insane. So, very proud of that. But, to go along with that, as you can see here, we have a soldier coat. This is actually a women's coat that fits me weirdly well. And I made up some felt patches on the arms. I do want to make some proper embroidered patches at some point to replace those, because they are slowly falling apart. This thing's been at probably 4 cons, 3 or 4. It gets worn a lot. It holds up great, but I think it's time for an upgrade. I've also got to go on top of the coat, of course. Needed a helmet. There's actually an M1 helmet, like American style, from Aussie Disposals. I don't know if they're still around anymore. I haven't seen an Aussie Disposal for ages, but I think they are. I bought this years ago. I just wanted a helmet, and it was lying around, and I thought this is perfect, and it is. I want to make a proper thing for it. So this is based on one of the in-game items. I forgot what its name is. I'm bad. I'm sorry. But you know, have the kind of classic cigarettes and, you know, playing card ace of spades. You know, kind of give you luck as you're in war. But I'd love to get a proper ace of spades card to put here, and then, you know, maybe like an old pack of cigarettes to chuck there. But cigarettes, I don't want to go too far because cons, kids, I don't want to, you know, have that just there. So that's the helmet. I'll sit that on here. So to go along with the helmet, I wanted this cosplay to be very practical, and in cons, you know, if you're dressed up and everything, I don't want to be carrying a bag around. I wanted something so I can put, you know, put some water in, put something in it, and I can use it to carry things. This is a it's an ammo case, like an old school ammo case. You can pick these up at any like old, like those old supply stores, or you can get them from like Marketplace. We've got several here, and I decorated it up to look like the battalion's backup, which is another in-game item with a map and some straps. But I want to put some proper straps and stuff on this to make it look a bit better. This was very like rough and ready, but it does the job. That's the thing. It looks the part. It does the job. So happy with that. Really happy with that. And it's great for carrying things. Next we have. We'll go with this. This is PVC shovel. Tried to make it look like a trench shovel. It actually folds up like a trench shovel. Not all the way, unfortunately. It's not realistic. You can kind of just flick it out. But it's strong. It's meant to survive a con. It's a solid piece of PVC. Like, if you really want to whack someone, you could. But yeah. Oh, and if you're wondering what the cable ties are, the cable ties are from security checks for weapons going into conventions, because in Australia they're very strict on what you can and can't bring in. And if it looks too much like a firearm, sometimes they get a bit iffy and go, oh, you know. So yeah, they throw all that on everything. To go along with that, you'll see when I throw the outfit on, I have a set of bolsters that goes around my waist. They're meant to be like carry compartments for little things, carry pouches. I want to make some out of, I have some black pleather, which is perfect for this, and I want to definitely recreate those out of that. That'll be a fun job. Been getting into leather work, so kind of getting used to working with that kind of material. So that's next. And then I will show you my shotgun and grenade sling. So the grenade sling kind of goes over me, and it's one piece with the shotgun. So it's on a like back mount. You'll see when I throw it on. But if I take the shotgun out of that, all right. So this is the shotgun. As you can see, orange tip, because just to be safe. This is based on the panic attack in the game. Very goofy sort of like style of it, and shape, but that's TF2 for you. That's just how it is. It is a bit rough in places. I definitely would like to redo this at some point, or do a different shotgun. But you can pump it. The trigger guard I lost. It got broken off, so no trigger guard at the minute. But I'll make another one at some point. But yeah, this is all PVC as well. It's quite heavy for it. PVC and a wood grip, very heavy. And as well, just because I thought it would be fun, you can take the mag off, the drum mag, the weird trench shotgun drum mag. Yeah, a lot of fun there. So this sits on my back, and it does weigh a bit, but I've made it ergonomic enough that I can, you know, go around all day and still have a good time and that sort of thing. So that basically covers the full loadout. And now, let's go chuck it on. Hello, I'm back. I have my costume on. I love wearing this. I feel like a child every time I throw this on. It's so much fun. It feels so good to wear this thing. Like, oh, I love it. It's so good. This is, yeah, my go-to cosplay at the minute. When I go to cons. Very iconic TF2. Like, people see this and they just smile. It's so good, especially when I'm gonna mate dresses up as the Heavy from TF2, and he has a minigun that I built for him. It's like over 1 meter long, weighs 15 kilos. It's a beast of a thing, and people love seeing it. And seeing us together, it's the great mix. Fantastic, like, cosplay duo. It's great. But yeah, it's seen a few cons. It's definitely received its fair share of damage and things getting moved about and such. But it's all modular. The shotgun and the ammo box I can take off with 2 clicks. You know, and then that's all the weight off my shoulders. When I stop, like I have now, I just stand up the rocket launcher. It stands on its butt, so it's stable. It won't fall unless someone knocks it really hard. So it means I have free hands. You know, I can talk to people, I can do things, I can buy things at, you know, conventions, you know. It's a very mobile costume still, which is what I want. If I'm going to go to a con, I'm going to be dressed up all day. I don't want to be faffing with things, even though I do faff still. I want to, you know, be able to still talk to people and do things. So that's what it was designed for. Love how, like, it looks like it could nearly be a soldier, you know, a very colourful soldier, but like, it's a uniform, you know, it looks purpose-built. So yeah, it's great. I love it so much. It's my main cosplay. I love just throwing this on. It's always ready to go. I can just throw it on and go to a con. You know, it's set up and good to go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.